Well, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I was always fortunate in having my own TV show on CNN International and Al Jazeera English because it gave me the freedom to cover issues and topics that I believed were important and that some of the mainstream news and current affairs programs, certainly at that time, were missing. Issues such as environmental damage through pollution, the water crisis, deforestation, the need for renewable energies, and so on. Now, I believe we're under greater pressure than ever to try to actually do something about saving our planet, and we should have started doing something quite a long time ago. So I'm delighted that the Eurasian Media Forum is a partner in the very first edition of the Planet Award, especially as this year is Youth Year in Kazakhstan. This award honors reporting or other news media actions that give young people information and, more importantly, hope for saving the planet. The winners were selected by a 7-person international jury that included student winners from last year. Also, we had Dr. Dariga Nazarbayeva, the founder and chair of the Eurasian Media Forum, who gave up some precious time to assist as well. Thank you, Dr. Dariga. Now, here to explain more about the award is Dr. Adeline McMahon, who, along with Ms. Jo Weir, directs the prize. So I'm going to ask Dr. McMahon on stage, along with 2 of our youthful student volunteers. Thank you.
We are here to deliver the first Planet Award of the Global Youth and News Media Prize. What that prize is for is news media excellence in supporting, serving, attracting, and learning from young people all around the world. Now, you have a chance to win one of these prizes, so pay attention closely to these next 2 slides. There are 2 other categories in this contest besides the Planet Award. There's going to be a News Media Literacy Award and a Journalism Award. And the winners get to come to Paris to be at another great event, News Exchange. The key thing, though, is it must be inspirational to other people who want to do the same thing. It's got to have impact, and you've got to do some innovation. Now, registration starts on June 1 for this. You can find the details if you just Google Global Youth and News Media Prize. You will find us. You don't have to memorize the address. And the deadline, pay attention journalists, it's 25 June. We don't accept any after that. This all is made possible by several partners, the Google News Initiative, News Decoder, which unites schools in a cool program to exchange ideas and also to learn more about the world and to do their own journalism. European Journalism Center, which does great advocacy stuff, great journalism training all over the world, and is heavily into very smart media literacy, News Exchange, which I mentioned, and of course, the precious help from the Eurasian Media Forum, our partner. So the Planet Award. The Planet Award goes to news media who give information and hope for saving the planet by involving young people. I would like to give special thanks again to Dr. Dariga because I know you took time, you didn't have to judge this, and thank you very, very much. Our first award is a special commendation to young reporters for the environment out of Denmark. Here's what they wanted to do. They wanted to educate and empower young people ages 15 to 25 to do solutions reporting about environmental issues. And they had to do 2 things. They had to disseminate it by social media, and they had to get it into a local news operation. So the goal was to spread awareness and inspire action. So did they? Well, they've got 340,000 students involved in 38 countries, and they have a long list of local actions that have occurred after this. I encourage you to investigate this. Now, the sad news is that their director can't be with us. She had an emergency, but the good news is that we have one of our jurors who is going to come up and accept the award for her. It's Rina Tsubaki of the European Forest Institute and quite an expert on environmental issues and journalism. Rina, where are you?
So thank you very much. You're accepting it on behalf of the group as well. So that's very kind for you to do that. Thank you very much. If you want to, you can leave it there and we'll pick it up later, save you having to walk away with it.
And Rina, you wanted to say a couple of words?
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the team from the Foundation for Environmental Education, the actual winner of this prize, not me, couldn't join us today. But as a jury member, I'm happy to say this project was significant because of the high volume participation. As you saw, 340,000 students actually got involved in this to conduct the constructive journalism to investigate not only environmental problems, but also solutions. Once again, congratulations to FEE, and sorry to have missed you join us today.
Thank you, Rina. Now we go to India for the next award. It's the Silver Award to Dainik Jagran. And this was a combination of journalism and marketing and advocacy. And remember those smiles there. Here's what they did.
The beautiful city wasn't livable anymore. It faced a prospect of its intelligentsias deserting it. In the wake of a muted response from the city's administration, Dainik Jagran decided to go beyond just talking about it. We rally Lucknow to fight this battle with the dignity befitting it. Drawing from the cultural ethos of Lucknow, we launched our campaign on 17th November with a man wearing a black mask and a smiley drawn on it, saying, "Ab yun muskuraiye Lucknow mein." The campaign objectives were galvanize community to protest politely, get the city administration to act. We organized 9 silent rallies with 19,400 students wearing black masks with a smiley drawn on them, holding placards with the campaign message. Students distributed 57,000 masks to other citizens. Newspaper editorials set up the protest agenda as a cry of anguish against the situation. In Dainik Jagran, we printed a letter addressed to the district magistrate saying, "Dear DM uncle, air pollution is getting worse. It's difficult to go to school. Parents aren't allowing us to play outdoors in the evening. We ask you, why are we paying the price for no fault of ours? In a city where we welcome guests by saying, 'Smile because you are in Lucknow.' Now you tell us how to smile in Lucknow." 70,000 children cut this letter from the newspaper, put it in a collection box and gave it to the DM. The DM promised that Lucknow will smile again in 45 days. He announced implementation of law to check polluting vehicles, banned diesel vehicles still being used will be checked and punished. Shifting the bus terminus situated in the city to the outskirts, preventing 3,000 buses from entering the city daily. Penalizing the use of vehicles more than 15 years old. All open areas with dust will be patched up. Under construction buildings will be covered. Pollution checks ordered on all industries.
All right. And so the goals were to persuade authorities and citizens to act to save India's most polluted city, Lucknow, and to galvanize students to lead in the campaign to create that change. So what happened? People acted, and pollution went down. So I'd like to join me in welcoming back to the stage Basant Rathore to accept this award. And Basant, you have to stay up here and stand next to Rees. And Basant has a couple of words to say.
I think it's fantastic to be on this stage. Wonderful hospitality by the Eurasian Media Conference organizers, and immaculately planned activity here. So I'm really, really happy to be here and extremely delighted to have won this award. I think it's a great encouragement. It tells us that we're on the right path. It tells us, it motivates us, and it tells us that there is hope. It tells us that media's power can be leveraged to create action and bring about change. And I think that's the big story that I take back from here. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Okay, now if you just stand over by.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Next. Come on, you can do it. Okay. Next is our top winner, El Surtidor of Paraguay. And here's a little bit about what they did.
Los Desterrados del Chaco nace no solo por un interés periodístico, sino también por una suerte de desesperación. Veíamos cómo nuestro país batía récords de deforestación en ese territorio tan preciado de nuestro país.
El trabajo cuenta 4 historias. Una de ellas relata la enorme biodiversidad y diversidad cultural que existe en el Chaco paraguayo. La otra historia cuenta cómo una secta compró una enorme cantidad de terreno y encima es la mayor propietaria de tierras del país. También cuenta cómo la exportación de carbón vegetal y la ganadería aceleran la deforestación. Y por último cuenta la historia de una comunidad yoreo, una comunidad indígena que salió en defensa de su cerro cuando lo estaban a punto de explotar la minería. El formato que elegimos es el scrolltelling. Está basado en el movimiento de scroll del pulgar, tanto horizontal como vertical, diseñado específicamente para mobile.
Creo que este trabajo es innovador porque utiliza la ilustración como una herramienta para despertar la curiosidad y conmover al público.
Para nosotros, la innovación es una cuestión política. Innovar significa no reproducir un discurso, significa confrontarlo y significa llevar más allá historias importantes.
So this Saving the Chaco series had several characteristics. It did solid reporting combined with low data delivery, which made it easy for its huge young audience to access this because videos are really expensive to watch, but scrolly telling where you go this way and that way is very easy. They also, like our Indian case, did a mix of journalism and marketing. They had marketing on very specific platforms where Instagram, where young people are, but different ways to do it. They also did print. Their young audience was a key force, and what happened next was a new president changed the law. So would you join me in welcoming to the stage Yasmin Acuna, one of the founders and the editor, and Alejandro Valdez, director and also a founder. Okay, Yasmin, you have a few words.
Thank you, muchas gracias. Thank you so much. We are honored to receive that prize. Thank you to the organizers of the Global You and News Media Prize. These types of awards are very important to keep us working, so keep it up.
Yeah, and we want to reaffirm our commitment to covering issues such as climate change, issues that define the present and the future of younger generations, especially at a time when truth is being challenged by the powers that be. And if we can, we would like to share this prize with journalists and researchers from my country. And say again, thank you so much, really.
Okay, so stay right there. Riz, don't you think it's time we heard from our student?
I think, yes. Naelia, do you want to give your impression of what you've seen here in terms of activity?
So I really appreciate that such kind of problems as climate change and air pollution can be solved by use of our time. So I think that such kind of projects motivate our youth to create such kind of projects in order to solve environmental problems. By solving these environmental problems, we also solve a lot of social problems, such as an access to education. So I believe that by doing this, we can make our world smile again. I know that one of the problems of air pollution was solved just in 45 days. Is it true? So.
In fact, what we did was the state government or the city government administration wasn't reacting, because air pollution is a monster which very few political parties or politicians would want to tackle, because it's something invisible, something it's a long-term change as required and stuff like that. So therefore, there was a lot of inaction from their part. What we did was, rather than going and shouting and doing sloganeering on the cities and creating a ruckus all around, we did a silent protest. These 20,000 students who marched across the city, distributed masks to other people, etc., they just told everybody that there's a problem and this needs a solution. And I think sometimes what happens is silence speaks louder than words. And sometimes the manner in which you protest is also strong enough to elicit a response from the authorities. When the administration took on these several issues and several remedies that they came up with, over a period of 1 year, we tracked the air pollution index in the city, and it actually came down. So therefore, it's actually made a big difference out there.
So it sounds like there was a reaction, but you didn't really answer the question. Did they do something within 45 days to get started on it? Okay, all the actions were taken in 45 days. Any other questions, or do you want to hand it back to Reese?
Okay, so thank you very much, Arilyn, and thanks everyone. The winners, congratulations. I think the photographers will probably want to take a picture with you with the awards.